Okie dokie. So I got some insulation in on the floor. I got to find a little more to do over the hump there. And a little more up into the firewall section. But now I'm going to start laying some carpet down and see how that carpet here actually looks in the car. Let's get the first little bit of the carpet down. It's kind of going together, not terrible. Let's keep plugging away here. So I'd say my carpet's going pretty well. I just got to trim this up. And I'm going to make an attempt at sewing carpet. I haven't done that before. And then I'm going to have to make a ship boot yet, because that one's pretty ugly. So I got my carpet here. I drew a line in the carpet. So I'm going to trim back just a hair from that, because that's where these two are going to go. I'm going to do like a reverse stitch or whatever. I'm just going to stitch them together, let's put it that way. And put her back in, see how she fits. Okay, now that it's out of the car, you can see how much different my carpet is because of my lines. That line is there, and then this one's like crazy out. So I'm going to try to straighten these up as good as I can. And I guess I got to sew the top part first, and then proceed to line up the back part after and sew it up. And then see how it looks in the car. Well, I'll have to say that is by far the nicest carpet I've actually done. So, anyways, gonna finish this up. I got to get all my holes popped through the carpet. I'll have to make you're gonna call it a sill plate to hold the carpet down. And I guess I will start measuring so I can figure out my headliner here. We'll figure this one out yet. Today I picked up some more coroplast. I think that's the right name for it. Picked this up, and I don't know what I got, another 4 meters or 5 meters of that orange vinyl. So that pushes my total to, this was 40 bucks and my vinyl was, I think it was 70 bucks, something like that. So I'll do a breakdown of my whole interior when I'm done. Like I got a pattern in mind. I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to put that in. I'm going to set that up. I'll set it up, get it in the car. We'll see how it looks. Okay, so you guys are all going to learn with me how to do the headliner. What I've done in the past is I've had a clean roof, and I've actually just glued the material to the roof. But this one, it's 4 feet wide, that coroplast, so it'll put me behind this material, so that's good. And I'm thinking I'm going to tuck it behind here. So if I measure up by the front windshield, try to do a rough, because I might even just go behind the front header panel. I don't know yet. I think if I go here, it might work, but I might end up with a weird wrinkle in it. And then I can't stuff stuff over my visor. Anyways, so 14. Let's pretend this stuff is going to be flat. Here to here is 14. I'll go to the furthest because let's see if we'll be able to pack it in there. 42. Yeah, 42 seems like a good number. 42. What did I say? 42, so 56. 56 inches. I'm going to do that. We'll start mocking it up in here. Okay, we have trimmed the back. Gotta open this baby back up. claustrophobic. That. I want a little more. Okay, working through the problems here. So this is all right. This looks like crap, but I can make something to fill that, so that's not a problem. Over there, we got some pretty crappy gaps. I kind of have a solution, and I think it'll work. Because I still got to build these upper panels here yet. I could double it up and fatten it into the back. Or I can just leave excess material and it'll just droop off the headliner in behind my panel. That's kind of the way I'm leaning, the way I'm going to fix that. So we know this is right. I'm just going to measure it and make sure they're square side to side, although I'm pretty sure of that. I clearly have too much material in the front here. So it's actually hanging through the glass there. So I'm going to trim some of that away. You can see it sticking through the glass. Even on that side, even better. Okay, so I'm going to mark that. I'm going to trim that part until I'm happy with it. Here is the game plan. I trimmed the panel away. Now my headliner will go in. Like, I could screw it, but I think it's going to be fine in place. That if I pound the material in behind the garnish molding, I should be fine. And then I'll just have to make my filler panel off the side there. I need to make this one right there. And then that one, I think if I leave excess material on the roof part, like the whole side there, I'll mark it and I'll just leave excess material off the edge, that it should just clean up and look okay. At least good enough for what she is here. Nothing wants to come out or go anywhere, so I think it's gonna work. So I am going for a pretty ambitious design here. My plan is this is going to stay solid, other than I'll probably just sew the outside perimeter of it. This one is going to get, you know, pleats down the middle. Lines, whatever people call it. I call them pleats. So, yeah. That's where I'm at. Gonna try this out, see what we get. So I'm kind of going with this design. It's a little busier than the rest of the car, but I'm thinking because there's going to be, when this is on the headliner here, it's going to be, there's a lot of nothing here to this section, so I figure I'll keep her pretty busy because it's going to be this orange or the copper into the other. It'll blend in with the other panels I have to make yet. Alright, new day, and I'm re-gluing this stuff down. I noticed my other glue isn't sticking very well to the other side, so I'm probably going to glue both sides of this. Once I get this set, then I'm going to put a layer on there, do that one, and yeah, then let's stick it in the car, see what it looks like. So we got the headliner all in place. Now I've made some panels for up around there, so I'll show you those right away. So these are the panels. So I got a couple buttons that are going to hold them in. That'll just be the filler. I have both sides. I haven't trimmed that one down yet. So I'm just going to put a bit of backing on the back of this. And then I'm going to glue this on. Ta-da! Alright, so here's our glued panels. Got our buttons on the back. These will be those fillers. So, let's get it on there, see what they look like. Not too bad, just a little wrinkly. We'll deal with it. Better than what it should be. I did wrap the top. I'll still have to wrap a little bit on the bottom of the windows there. But, make that panel out. So, yeah, we'll have to do some work on the wrinkles here. See if we can get them sorted out. And this little spot just tucks some of the material in there. Yeah. I don't know. It's fancy. Good enough. Good enough. I guess next is going to be seats. Yep. All right. Don't always do it, and I should do it more often, but should plug some of the other channels out there. Helps everybody grow. It's kind of nice. I know some of them plug B. It'd be nice to plug them. But here's a channel. I dig some of the stuff they're doing. It's actually really neat. Some of you folks actually even like the old tractor stuff. These guys do some neat stuff restoring things there. But it's Penny's Hot Rods and Customs. I particularly like this video here where he pulled out his 35 Ford 3-window. It's, I don't know, I just dig that car. I've seen it for real, so it's just super cool. Also, check out the Sobering Restorations, those guys. They're always got something on the go. Check out MrHevyshevy and Waylon Wires if you haven't. There's also DD Speed Shop, but I'm sure you've already seen him on my channel or me on his channel. But if you haven't, check that guy out as well. Yeah, with that said, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.